What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go through a few of the preset patterns. Okay. Now, from the start, you would think that the first default pattern, you think they would want to show some of their best work as the first pattern. They didn't do that with this drum machine. This first pattern, well, I'm not even going to say much. I'm just going to play it for you and you can be the judge. Sorry, I think that's pretty bad. And again, you can hear in there that that's that one sample being used towards the end. The Beat Kings is giving a little shout out to themselves in there. Pattern number 2 is kind of another variation of that pattern. Man, I won't even say anything about that one. Then you got pattern number 2. Now that one's not too bad. The pattern's called Hottish. It's not bad. It's kind of got like a little old school flavor to it. It's got that bass guitar and that electric guitar going in unison. It's not too bad. Then you get into patterns like this called Gorilla. This is preset 3. This one isn't too bad. And then you have another variation of that, which is almost identical. I think the only thing that differs is the bass track. And then you get into preset pattern number 5. Now, I've got something to say about this pattern. The title of this pattern is called Boing, spelled B-O-I-N-G. And, or maybe Boing, I can't tell if that's a 1 or whatever at the end. I think it's called Boing 1, and I think the one next to it's called Boing 2. Now, they misspelled the title of this pattern. This pattern should be titled Bong, B-O-N-G, because whoever made this pattern and thought this classifies as hip-hop must have been smoked out of their fucking mind. Because this pattern, I might just listen to it. Yeah. That pretty much speaks for itself. And then there is the Boing number 2. Again, a worthless pattern. There's another pattern I want to show you here. Sometimes people rely on drum machines for beatbox sounds. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're looking to this drum machine for beatbox samples, you may as well just look elsewhere. Because I think they tired of the patterns on this Human, like Human 1 and Human 2. And so give me just a moment here. I'm going to find those patterns. I don't think they're too far into here. Oh, while I'm here real quick, let me show you this. Now this is one of those patterns that, you know, you really have to try hard to screw this pattern up. It's one of those old school hip-hop patterns. It's got a swing to it. A lot of hip-hop artists over the years, like Blue Control, have used patterns like this to kind of put out a hip-hop song that's got maybe like jazz swing, and some people call it jazz hop. This is a swing pattern. Now that's not too bad. And then there's another variation of that. For a jazz hop pattern, that's pretty good. Well, at least I think it's half decent. Give me just a moment. I'm going to find, here we are, the Human patterns. Again, I'm going to say whoever under the Beat Kings label thought that this pattern was appropriate for any drum machine must have been smoked out of their fucking mind. This is called Human 1. And if this is what they call beatboxing or anything related to that, well, just listen to it. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Then, as if you thought the Human Pattern 1 was bad, they actually made another version of that one. Okay, that's a terrible pattern. And it's like I said before, if you're looking to this drum machine for preset patterns, you're going to find very few patterns in this drum machine are usable. And again, it's not to say that this is a bad drum machine, because this is actually a pretty good drum machine. And it's the poor man's drum machine. Again, if all you got is $179, you know, this isn't a bad beatbox. You got some pretty decent connections in the back here. You've got a MIDI in. You can connect a foot switch. You've even got a line-in jack. You can run an MP3 player through here, or you can run this. If you got a keyboard, you can actually run your keyboard into this. It's got individual outputs left and right, which is a really good thing. And it's also got a headphone jack. Now the headphone jack, it doesn't have the large connection. The headphone jack on the back of this is actually the 1/8 jack instead of the 1/4" jack. Now the machine I bought, it was a package deal. This came with the drum machine, and it came with the power adapter as well as a set of headphones. The only thing worthy of that package deal is getting the power adapter, because the headphones that ship with this are complete shit. Again, it's not a bad drum machine. You know, you can make some pretty decent kits with this. You can go into a song mode and you can chain your patterns together. I may go in later on, if you guys want me to, if I get enough requests for it, I might go in and post some of my own patterns or show you how to record patterns. But this video was just to kind of give you an idea and kind of hear some of the presets. But I don't want this video to turn anybody off to this machine, because, like I said, it's actually a pretty good drum machine. You know, just don't buy this drum machine to rely on the presets. The power in this drum machine is in creating your own drum kits. Again, not bringing in samples, but editing the preset kits themselves to create your own. You can also, again, make settings to the effects. The effect settings, they're not set in stone. You can make adjustments to those, and that's about it. If you guys are interested in me posting some videos on how to create patterns, or maybe showing you some of the work that I've done, just hit me up and I'll try and answer those requests. Okay.